Hi, it's Marlene, and welcome to the Angel Advisory for the week of August 17th to the 23rd. So, when I was checking into the energy, I just kept getting one word. So, this is the energy for the week, and the word that kept coming was diversity. So, get ready for a mixed bag this week. I think we're going to have a lot of beginnings and a lot of endings, and that's going to be coming to us this week. And if we can stay in the flow and just going with the flow, we should have no problem getting through this diversity. But it just means that there is going to be a lot of variety, and as we know, variety is the spice of life. So we really should embrace that energy and just sort of go with it. So as I said, there's going to be some endings and some beginnings for this week that are coming to us. And if things aren't moving along quite as fast as you want them to, so usually like change for most of us takes forever for us to get to that space where it's okay to have change, and it just seems like we want to be done with it by the time we have made up our mind, yeah, okay, I'm just done with this. But sometimes it lingers on a little bit longer and we're not seeing the results. So what is sort of happening when that's happening is that we have not finished all of the business that needs to be looked after for whatever that is. So if we can just sort of take a moment and sort of pause, and if we are really and truly ready to have the ending happen, just sort of look at where you're holding yourself back. Maybe you have a little bit of fear about stepping on to the next plane and just getting ready to go. So there's that happening, and a lot of new beginnings in that, which are always good things. So diversity is our message for the week. That's our overall theme. And so we're going to pull some cards now from the Healing with the Angels deck by Doreen Virtue. And the reason why I'm using this deck is because they're very simplistic, and I don't think we need a lot of heaviness this week. I think we really need to keep it light, and we really need to laugh a lot, and we just really need the support. Also this week, Archangel Jophiel is walking with us, and she's helping us to clear up anything that is left over in the ending so that we are ready for fresh beginnings coming our way. Whoops. So the first card that we're going to receive is the Study card. So this tells me that we are learning something this week, and it's probably like how something that if it's from an ending or from a beginning, this really works well with that card, because if it's something that's ending, we're studying it and we're learning all of our lessons so that we can carry forward, and that we're making sure that all the loose ends are tied up. And sometimes that takes a little bit of work and research to figure out what those loose ends are. And this is, if it's a new thing coming in, we need to know everything that we can about this new that's coming into our life so that we can be prepared to start it off with a bang and be on the right foot. We don't want to leave any details out, and that for starting off something new. We're going to get a second card here and see what else is supporting us. Oh, we're emerging. And this is actually one of my favorite cards in this deck, because this tells me that we are emerging into who we truly are. So I have talked about being your authentic self for a few weeks now, probably a few months, because I really feel that that's the energy of this year. It's about being our true authentic selves, living from our heart space, and not really caring about necessarily what the dictates of society are or what the dictates of people are telling us to do. So this is about emerging and doing what you want to do and being your true authentic self. So if you could just be whatever you wanted to be, what would that look like? And start working towards that. Maybe that's the new. Maybe that's what's coming to you, is that you are emerging and you are becoming this more of this great person that you are. And you are all great. It's like there are no bad things and there's no bad choices. It's just leading you to being authentic and being happy and joyful. And that's not to say that there's not going to be moments that you just wish that you could go hide in a cave and not come out. But it's like, okay, if you're being your authentic self, chances are life will be more joyful and happier, and you'll be able to deal with whatever. So really, take a look at that, emerging and seeing where you're coming from. And our last card is the Listening card. So this card always, to me, when I pull this card, it means that our angels are there and they're ready and willing to help us. We have to be, if we're saying to them, oh, okay, I don't understand, and why is this happening and what is left to do, you really have to be willing to listen to the guidance. And sometimes that can be really subtle, and it's really hard to sort of pick up all of the signs right away. But if you keep following it, and if you just listen to it, you can find things. So one of the key things is seeing something 3 times in a row, hearing about something 3 times in a row. Take those as signs and also really listen to that. So if you're guided to a new area, or you're guided to a book or some new author or a course, just run with it. Listen to your internal guidance. Listen to your intuition, and this week will go a lot better. So diversity, be ready for a lot of change, and that which might include, tying up some loose ends and studying about what is coming to you. But it is like, this is an opportune time. You are emerging to who you are going to be. Ask your angels for help and listen to the guidance that is coming to you. It's going to be a marvelous week. And remember, whatever change is coming, whatever is ending, and whatever is beginning for you, you are ready for it, or it would not be coming this week to you. So I wish you all angelic blessings for the week ahead, and I will be with you next week, and we'll talk to you then. Until then, have an awesome week, everybody.